Breaking news now on KHOU 11 Plus. We've been following this late this morning when it started from about 11:30 a.m. Cows on the loose on I-45 North near Spring-Stubner, and motorists attempting to assist. Look at them popping open their doors, jumping out onto the freeway, running around trying to block those cows.
Only in Texas.
Yeah, I tell you what.
Only in Texas, Sherman. And they sent me down here to talk about this with you.
That's right.
The cow expert.
Marcelino, among your many skills,
Yes.
I did not realize that you were
An expert on cow chases. Yes. Sherman, we were watching this with you while you were doing the news, the noon newscast, and I got to tell you, the newsroom was just enthralled when this all started, watching it unfold. Now we're getting actually a better picture at it with Air 11. Being able to keep a closer eye on it throughout this afternoon. It doesn't look like they're any closer to catching them, and now they've split up.
Yeah, I guess, when you're on the run, that's the smart thing to do, right? You don't want to be paired up together. You want to, divert your attention. So you can see, I don't know if that may be a law enforcement fellow running after them. Oh, no, maybe not.
Like it,
maybe
no.
not, yeah. So you can see traffic is completely stopped. It's like a parking lot right now, and been impressed with the number of motorists who have attempted to help. We had a pair of pickups earlier that literally sort of parallel parked, if you will, up against the median there, hoping to block the cows in, but as you can see,
it's not working yet.
Yeah. Now we're told about 6 or 8 of these cows broke loose when a vehicle carrying them broke down on the freeway, and so they managed to escape. So it's a little unclear as to, if any of them have been wrangled yet. But obviously these two are just hoofing it along.
The lunch hour traffic in Houston is already problematic enough, right, Sherman? And now this, down to a crawl on I-45. And as you mentioned, we saw people trying to intervene, to do what they can to help get these cows into custody. Look at that.
I know.
Just look at the number of cars out there.
This may be the one time when you're backed up for traffic. Oh, here we got some more cows up here that folks, at least they have a little bit of entertainment.
There's a photographer on the freeway too.
It may be ours.
That may be our photojournalist.
Yeah. Okay. There may be a chance.
Trying. Oh.
There may be a chance. Oh, and he's got a rope.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Looks like he almost got hit by that pickup truck there.
Yeah, and this gentleman has a rope. I don't know if he is an actual cowboy who knows how to lasso a cow or not, but
there's law enforcement. We finally see a law enforcement officer there trying to
pace down the freeway there. Oh my goodness.
Is this northbound or southbound? Do we know?
Well, originally it was northbound, but we have seen the cows literally cross over the median into the HOV with somebody chasing him in tow, then to the northbound side, then on to the grassy, kind of I don't know if you call it a sidewalk, but that grassy area. So I can't tell right now which way we're going, but they've been both directions on the freeway, I guess is the short answer. And there he is. There's another one.
With law enforcement in tow.
Yeah, and look at that. That law enforcement officer got his door open. I think he's going to try to pop out. Oh, we're under the trees now. And maybe corral him. Oh, this is one that's going for the record. But this is going to make a good bedtime story for that officer's
Talk
kids.
to my daughter about this tonight.
Look at that. In your right-hand side. Oh, there we go. The left-hand screen, you can see.
But there are 2 of them, right? Right now we're just getting a look at 1, right? There were 2.
Yes, we saw 2 just a few minutes ago. Maybe we've got something.
Visual.
Yeah, it's underneath an overpass there. But this vehicle is stopped, so maybe
6 to 8 total cows that got loose. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're hearing. Uh-oh. Nope. I don't see a cow with that officer there. My goodness.
So the freeway is shut down.
Yep.
Chris, do we know where it's shut down at?
We're asking our producers and our director if they can give us a hand here. And of course, Harris County has like a livestock unit.
Oh, yeah.
So, maybe they've been
called. They need to get out there.
They may be there already. I don't know. Maybe there's some folks, we've been speculating whether this may be related to the Houston rodeo.
Yeah, well, it just wrapped up yesterday.
Exactly.
It's possible.
And they've been cleaning up.
Looks like our chopper's trying to get an eye on the cows, too. We may have lost him as well.
Well, and this is quite the backup, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Honey, why are you late for lunch? Well, bull on the highway.
And it's no bull. It really is. It's several. So TransStar camera to your right is going to be the Hardy Toll Road there, I-45 and the Hardy Toll Road. So all of this happening on the north side. Boy, that is quite the backup there.
And all jokes aside, though, they want to get these cows, taken into custody per se, because I mean this could be a problem if we saw a couple close calls with cars striking them, and you don't want any accidents out on the highway. They got to get these two cows under control.
So there we go. So the what you're seeing is Air 11 sort of panning the area, trying to locate the cattle again. So it's a little bit of a quick move there. We've got some officers there underneath the overpass.
Seems like that's where maybe they lost it, under that overpass there.
Maybe so. They've got some, that grassy median there, some trees. So folks are trying to keep an eye out for them, obviously. And then
the question is, who will make the decision to open up this freeway again if they haven't
corralled them?
They haven't corralled them, yeah.
The cows. Interesting question. So I guess that's a text dot, right? Because it's the freeway, but obviously HPD and Harris County Precinct 4 had been working this. So maybe a joint decision, I don't know. Good question. This is...
It's not the typical police chase.
Correct.
We cover, correct?
That's correct. That is, we have cows on the concrete. We do, and obviously...
It seems like they did lose them, though.
Yeah.
Or at least our chopper did as well.
Right. You can see the officers, right, walking across the freeway, the closed freeway, presumably trying to locate the animals. I think Air 11's taking a peek here on your left side of your screen, looking kind of amongst these trees, irising up a little bit so you get a kind of a good look there. Oh, you've got we've got several.
It's quite the police response for two cows.
Well, it's six to eight.
Two that we've seen visually.
Right.
Two that we've seen.
That we've seen. Who knows? The rest may have been caught or not. Oh, why? There's a gentleman on his knees on the concrete.
I think there was a photojournalist. It looked like.
Trying to get a shot, perhaps. My oh my.
That's quite the span of backup.
Yeah. Let's check in with our producer or director in the booth. Is there any sense of how far the backup is? Oh, we see people starting to break into a little jog going down the freeway. And to the left side of our screen, are we looking at I-45 northbound? Is that what we're looking at, perhaps?
Yeah, that man in the red shirt was running towards something.
Yeah, so there's a handful of them running. So left side of your screen is I-45 northbound. And you can see it is well backed up. It is.
But no signs of the cows.
I don't know what they were jogging towards, but let's see. Woo. As we Air 11 continues to pan the freeway.
This is not happening in the middle of summer, huh?
Well, there you go. And I guess we could say at least it's not happening during rush hour, though.
The motorcyclists, they're going in the opposite direction.
Yeah, maybe it's attempting to help. Oh, okay, now we've got an officer who is, is that it? Hard to tell. Let's see, we're going to try to zoom in a bit more. There we go. So the cattle are stuck, yep.
In sort of that median area.
Yeah, this kind of divided area between the north and southbound lanes, I think.
Sheriff's deputies there, DPS troopers as well.
Yeah, or maybe it's the HOV there, it's hard to tell.
No,
you're
right,
okay.
You're right. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
And bystanders there.
Yeah, maybe the only good news is...
I think they're trying to coax it with some...
Yeah, it looks like they got
some food or something.
When all else fails, right? You catch more flies with honey than...
And there's that rope.
Yep.
We'll see their rodeo skills in action pretty soon.
That's right. We don't know if this is the actual livestock off deputies or not, but yeah, someone's assisting. Okay. All right, this young man's got the rope.
It looks like it's just someone who got out of their car to help.
I don't know. He's tying the rope like maybe he knows what he's doing. Well, this is Houston, and we did just finish the rodeo, so we may have some.
They're close.
There we go. Oh, did
Almost.
we get it?
I think they got it.
We get it. They're wrestling
They're
with
wrangling with it.
Yeah. So one deputy there holding on to the steer's horns and getting that rope around its neck, and we got another officer back there up against the concrete.
Producer's just letting us know that should have been a 2 to 3 mile backup on I-45 right now.
Good night. Oh, well, that was not very sturdy. Okay, so now they've got a new rope. Okay, this looks like the real thing.
Yeah, that looks like the livestock unit.
Yeah, that looks like the true lasso rope. I think the other, hard to tell, may have been something that deputies just have in the back trunk there, but the officer with the cowboy hat looks like he's got the real thing and knows what he's doing.
The real hero, I think, is the deputy with the snacks.
That's right.
The snacks for the win. But that's right. Just one, right? We've seen another one on
at least one
on
more.
Cameras, on the run.
Yeah.
But baby steps.
That's right.
But yeah, our producer's just letting us know if you have family going out on this part of town, avoid I-45 right now at all costs. It is we're told a 2 to 3 mile backup at the moment and counting. I mean, it's not open yet.
Oh my goodness. So our producer also saying that several have been wrangled, but obviously not all, several of these cows. And you're right, very smart. The deputies had some kind of snack or treat trying to lure the animal, who's now standing still, and we've got one deputy, the one in the cowboy hat, with looks like a bona fide lasso. He's got those leather gloves on, so we presume he knows what he is doing.
Now the next challenge, getting him out of that sort of dividing space.
So how do you
lift
get
him up over those concrete barriers?
I don't know if you can. Maybe they walk him down to a lower area. Or the cow it got in, so maybe it jumps back out. Yeah.
Questions I didn't think I'd be asking myself at 12:40 on a Monday.
You woke up this morning and you did not think that
this wasn't on my bingo card.
Yeah, that's correct. Not on our to-do list today. So, but the animal seems calm at least. It's sitting still, and so I just, thanks to Google, was looking up cows, and I always thought that it had to be a male cow to have horns.
Mm-hmm. And?
Google says no, that females and males both have cows, that it's a popular misconception.
So it could be two females, is what you're saying?
Could be, it could be. I had been misconceived previously, and now Google has set me straight, I guess. There. Right-hand side, that backup, look at it.
Look from TransStar cameras there. 2 to 3 miles in, and likely growing until this thing gets cleared up.
Resolved.
This was at the top of the noon, correct, Sherman?
Yeah, we opened the noon news with that. The producer in our ear saying, "Hey, we got some cattle loose. We got to start with this. Just take a look at the picture and start talking."
So this has been going on for about 45 minutes. You can imagine the longer this goes, the worse that.
And I think we're getting a little selfie action here on the right-hand side of the bottom screen.
Insta stories going on.
Yeah, well, there you go. I'm sure none of those folks thought this morning when they got up they would be wrestling a cow.
I don't know if the chopper can widen out anymore or anything. I don't know if we're in control of the chopper, guys. I'm talking to the booth right now, our producers, but just to get a wider look at if we have a visual on the other.
Cow,
on the
perhaps.
other cow, yeah. But I guess not.
Yeah, we'll keep our eyes peeled on this. So it's interesting because it isn't. We know the rodeo just wrapped yesterday, but of course, we're in Houston, we're in Texas, so there's livestock.
Livestock being transported.
Yeah, up and down the freeways. If you're in rush hour and you can look over and see a trailer, and there are animals there, cows or other animals. You know.
This tends to happen a lot on freeways, though. I recall I think I was anchoring about a month ago a weekend newscast, and we had the same sort of thing. A bull on the loose on I think at that point it was the Hardy Toll Road.
Bull on the run.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I think it was maybe a month ago, but I was on the Beltway northbound and exiting Oh, it was a couple miles, like off of Tanner Road. There's a McDonald's there on the side of the freeway, and right next to the McDonald's in the drive-through is a patch of lawn, and there were cows there.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, you could drive through that McDonald's and order your fries with your left hand and reach out the window, the passenger side window with your right hand and pet the cow. And there must have been, 20 head of cattle.
Well, there's the transport vehicle, it looks like, arriving to pick up one of the...
Oh, okay, so this is what they can do. They can pull the cow, just have it walk all the way.
Walk down and load up into that white
because the
transport vehicle.
Yep. The concrete dividers aren't sealed. There's a little gap there. So
now you were doing the newscast at noon. So was this the white vehicle that they escaped from? Do we know?
I
Did you
don't
see
know.
That? No?
I do not know for sure. We.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's
so
true.
It's probably
That
something.
Right. That
looks like it's being hauled by law enforcement anyway to that pickup truck.
That may be the livestock unit. The initial vehicle they were transported in broke down, so we don't know whether that's been repaired or what its status is. But
and I believe we have a crew on the way to this scene. Is that right, Kristen? Okay.
Yes,
we do have a crew on the way, likely already there on the ground.
Yep, and you're right. Yep, this is going to be law enforcement backing up a trailer to go ahead and let's. I'm curious if there's any other cattle in there.
That's the other question.
Yep. All right.
And where's the other one?
All right, so this is a little operation. This person backs up much better than I do.
Yeah, you and me both, Sherman.
That's right. I had trouble getting into the garage this morning, so here we go. All right, so that cow.
It looks like it won't have to hop over this concrete barrier. It just it'll walk right into the to the transport vehicle.
We may have to call that deputy with the snacks now.
Yeah.
And go ahead and lure this wayward cow.
It's been pretty calm, right? Ever since they corralled it and
lassoed
with the rope and lassoed it.
Yep, here we go.
Let's see if it's going to be stubborn.
Nope, there we go.
It's going.
Let's go. We could make this a whole new category in the rodeo.
It's going.
Freeway lassoing contest. There we go.
Not super willingly, but it's making.
I'm sure it's scary.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff going on around it.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this? Nothing I'm used to.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not moving now.
Yeah. So I guess these seem to me like young cows.
Yeah, they don't look super big or large.
Yeah, so maybe
kind of on the thinner side too.
Yeah, maybe young calves. Alrighty. Oh, she's got him by the tail. Look at that. The deputy there on the right. She's pulling it.
She was the one with the snacks. There they go.
Yeah, right.
And it looks like
we got him in.
It looks like he's in.
Okay. Whew.
Yeah. What an afternoon.
That's right. Well done, deputies. Well done.
How many deputies does it take to wrangle a cow?
Oh, that's it sounds like the start to a joke. Yeah. So to the top right hand, you are looking at that picture. That is tape from earlier when the cattle first escaped and were running up and down the freeway.
That's the shot we're going to remember. That's the shot we'll see on evening news tonight.
As officers are, tracking the animal with the door open, ready to leap out when necessary.
And it took law enforcement and it looks like people getting out of their car, Sherman, to help.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw a number of motorists, trying to block. Their arms spread out, trying to calm or slow down. Yeah. And people using their vehicles to assist as well. All right.
Well, when you're stuck in traffic, what else are you going to do?
That's right. Be a good neighbor.
Yeah.
Lend a hand. Okay, so now the live pictures on the left-hand side of your screen there. And we have, there must be close to a dozen officers there, deputies. And they're going to be pulling out now with at least one.
At least one, yeah, we don't know.
All righty. All right, we have one cow in custody.
One in custody, one outstanding.
One on the run still, one in custody. All righty, so we'll see where that... I wish we could tell if there were more animals in there. But
I couldn't get a good look in there, but I mean, they could fit
here,
many more.
Look at this, to the top right hand. Now this is going to be tape, correct, on the top right hand? So this is from earlier where you can see 2 of the cows. They have jumped, oh, now we're scaring them. And
So the video we're looking at on the top right, that is
earlier,
tape. Okay,
yeah. And so the...
yeah, they did not make it easy for law enforcement, did they?
We had seen them running across the freeway, across the different lanes, and then into these sort of, median areas with some sprinkling of trees and grass. And there they are running together, hoofing it, the 2 of them, the pair. Oh, the jokes will continue.
Yes.
Well, this deputy's in good shape. That's
I think she's
it's a he or she. Yeah, is she? Maybe she's running.
Yeah, she's keeping up.
All right, good job.
And it looks,
well, there you go. There.
Looks like that transport vehicle stopping somewhere else in the live pictures on the left.
Yeah.
So perhaps they know where the other one is.
Maybe
they've pulled over there.
Okay, let's keep an eye on. Yeah, let's see what's happening. Oh, yeah, they are pulled over, so that might suggest they have an idea where the second animal is.
Sort of
We've got
towards
a deputy.
there.
Yeah, okay, let's keep an eye on that. Well, deputies getting their steps in today, no?
Yeah, it looks like they have some sort of idea of where the second one is.
Yeah, they're certainly walking towards something.
That divide and conquer strategy you mentioned, Sherman.
Yeah.
Looks like it was effective.
Alrighty. Here we go. So there's the trailer. There's 2 trailers, it looks like.
Trailers,
so one on the overpass and then one on that ground level. And they are obviously trying to find another of the wayward cows. Oh my goodness.
And all this time the freeway remains closed.
Yep. It does on the northbound side. The southbound looks like it's moving, but I guess it's the northbound that's still backed up. And then there's some of these off-ramps may be having trouble too. At least they were earlier. Let's see what we're getting at. Okay, so now we are looking at strictly the live picture here. That is full on your screen. And we have, you can see 2 law enforcement livestock trailers, one on that overpass, one on the main lanes there. And obviously they are hoping, we presume they believe that one of the loose cattle is in this area. A lot of officers on foot kind of working through these trees here. Excuse me. All right, we've got one of the deputies with a lasso in his hand. He's the one with the cowboy hat, walking around. And he looks like he is checking something out right underneath that overpass. Looks like he may be unwinding that lasso. Maybe he does in fact see
something? Yeah, I'm trying to catch up on some Facebook comments from viewers tuning in right now.
Oh, great.
Yes,
Let us know what they say. Maybe they've got more. they may be sitting in the car.
They said one of the anchors doesn't look like they know what they're talking about when it comes to cows. So I think they're talking about me.
No, I'm sure they're talking. I think it should more appropriately say, looks like 2 of the anchors don't know. You know what?
Yes, I am no cow expert.
You know, and we would happily be educated. So if you can help us out and educate us, please do that. Go ahead and tell us what we don't know. Post that on social media and help us out. This is they're absolutely right. This is not our typical beat.
Yeah. Viewers saying, "Isn't the rodeo in town? Where are all the cattle herders?" Well, they're probably on their way out of town.
So this much I can say is that the livestock typically start wrapping up and clearing out of NRG Park, ahead of closing day. So I don't know that they're all gone, but they do start that process earlier.
Yeah.
So, but yes.
It's a pretty quick turnaround to get NRG empty and get going for the next event.
Right.
And on the right hand of your screen, you're taking a live look at the traffic situation. That's TransStar camera at I-45 North and Spring Stubner. And you can see that backup just, it's not getting any better as the freeway remains closed northbound.
Yep, shut down. And there we go. We've got those deputies walking the pavement. And the one down there with the lasso in his hand.
We're being told it's not called a lasso, it's called a rope.
A rope? Okay, excuse me.
Thank you, Allison Antolini.
Thank you, Allison. All right, with the rope in his hand.
A lot of folks thinking that this is somehow likely connected to the rodeo, but again, we don't know
for sure.
We don't know for sure.
Yeah, but
folks speculating.
It's an obvious question.
Yes, yeah.
Alrighty. Allison,
And-
can you ask Allison, our Facebook friends, by looking at the animals, can they tell us anything about them? Like, I don't know, you know, like what type of cow it is, how old they are, what would typically, you know, why would you be transporting these animals up and down the freeway? Are they, you know, being sold? Are they being moved for what purpose? If they know anything about them, because we do not.
The cow jokes are pretty strong in the feed. One viewer goes, Daniel goes, cow is moving pretty quickly in the fast lane. Moving.
Okay. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. That's very good.
You.
We missed that one.
Yes.
Shame on us. We've been chatting about this for, you know, the better part of 30 minutes, and we missed the moving opportunity there. Well done, Daniel. Thank you.
And Johnny, it is it's northbound, correct, Sherman?
Yes.
Yeah.
Northbound is shut
Viewers
down.
Johnny is asking if it's northbound or southbound, and it is northbound.
Yeah.
Northbound lanes in I-45.
Is shut down for the moment. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very curious from our viewers, either on streaming or who can reach out to us on Facebook, etc. What are you looking at? The KHOU Facebook page?
KHOU Facebook page, yeah.
Okay.
Comments are just coming in.
Yeah.
One viewer is saying it looks like roping stock, and they don't think it's probably connected to Rodeo Houston, but
Okay.
again, we don't know.
Right. Yeah, I wondered because I think those tend to clear out a little bit earlier, but like, you know, like not the day after, but I don't know. We'll see. Alrighty. Okay. Let me open this puppy up and take a look at this. Oh my
Wow.
goodness! From Spring Studner up to the Woodlands.
Wow.
That's quite the backup, is what our producers are telling us. TxDOT is telling us that backup is all the way up to the Woodlands. My goodness.
So that's much more than 3 miles, I would guess, at this point.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, that's a bit. No. Yep. Alrighty.
Absolutely at a standstill again.
Oh dear. All right, our producer's saying that there are preliminary reports that perhaps one of the animals may have been hit by a car.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we'll see.
We saw some close calls early on. I recall seeing
That's
them
right.
upstairs when I
That's
was
right.
watching you in the newsroom.
That's right.
And that's I guess what they're trying to avoid. That's why shutting down the freeway is what they have to do.
Sure.
But we do see lots of, in the live pictures there on the left side of your screen, you do see a lot of officers sort of walking around that median as if that second one is somewhere in that vicinity.
Our producer now saying that according to Harris County, one of the animals has been hit and a vehicle is overturned. So,
this is getting serious.
Yeah. And clearly why, you know, they shut down the
Yeah.
freeway, because they don't want any more accidents. That's the big concern. You've got
Kristen, is this off of I-45? Do we know?
Okay. All right, they've opened up the lanes now at the, okay. I-45 northbound at the Hardy Toll Road is open, so they're moving some of the moving the cars along here, though there are still loose cattle. I don't know, maybe the cattle have moved south and they're allowing at least the northern end of this traffic jam to kind of free up.
Yeah, it does look like
the
traffic is starting to move just a little bit.
So they've opened it up at the Hardy Toll Road because it looked like they were chasing the cattle southbound. So we'll see. My goodness.
It is a good sign, though, that we finally see traffic moving after almost an hour.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, just about an hour since it first closed down.
Right. Huh. It's quite the scene there. I'm sure we're also efforting to get more information about the overturned vehicle, and hopefully that motorist is okay. We shall see. And that is, you know, you wouldn't expect an animal in most circumstances, but if you're driving on a rural road or, out in, West Texas or something, you would probably be a little less surprised. I-45 north.
Yeah, that's not what you would expect on your commute into work or back home.
That is a real surprise. Here we go. Oh, okay. Looks like we're getting some pictures. Ah, look at that. This is going to be, looks like it's posted off of social media, and this is going to be a ground shot from someone's cell phone camera.
Do we know who shot this?
Harris County Sheriff's Office. So deputies shot this and sharing this video with us, and this is going to be them corralling. We saw this maybe 10, 15 minutes ago, one of the cows and getting them into the livestock trailer.
And that deputy there with holding a bag of food, that's sort of, she's the hero of all this, who sort of got the
with
got
the
cow.
I'm guessing vegetables or something, I don't know, but maybe our Facebook friends know.
So what's in the bag?
Yeah,
if you're watching us on Facebook or on Plus, if you know what they could have offered the cow, let us know. What's in that bag?
Yeah, or what would be a treat, quote unquote, that would help attract the animal. There we go. Yeah, and it, you can see, when our Facebook friends and our viewers talk about the animals being strong. I mean, there are several deputies there, and you can tell. I mean, they are pulling.
Yeah, I mean,
they are
this thing
struggling.
weighs
hundreds of pounds. Okay, let's see. Looks like traffic is moving on the main lanes. The feeder. Well, that may just be a traffic light issue, but you do see the trailer pulled over.
Our friend Allison, who's sticking with us through this.
Thank you, Allison.
Thank you, Allison.
We're looking to you for help.
She says it could be horse treats. Denise goes feed, definitely not veggies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they think it could be horse treats that they're offering.
Horse treats, okay. What's in a horse treat?
And then I think Juan's being funny. He says bread, bacon, and cheese.
A BLT.
Yes.
Minus the lettuce, I
Yes.
suppose, if they don't do veggies. Okay. And then on
Alejandra's asking if they've caught them all, and we
do
don't
not
know.
We do not think so, because we
we've
see the
seen-
trailers. So this is going to be video from earlier on the top right-hand screen. So this is going to be, and that fellow in that T-shirt, he has been active throughout this scene. I don't know. He may be with the original trailer that broke down. And there you go. You see the cow kind of threading its way in and out of the vehicles. I'm sure the motorists are all going, "What?"
And if you look at the timestamp there, that was at 12. That was right at noon, right when you were starting the noon newscast. It's now 1:01. So this has been going on for more than an hour now.
Right. Yep. And there are those pickup trucks that kind of pulled over, trying to help.
That was a good idea there.
Yeah. I mean,
But did he just go? Oh.
Yeah. He
Oh,
just kind of
sort of
skinnied through.
yeah.
He just shimmied past, and then they kind of sandwich him in for a little while, but he
Yeah,
still
they
gets
tried.
away. Yep. Oh my goodness. And there's that fellow who's been trying to help out.
And live pictures right on the bottom left. Right,
Yeah.
those are Air 11. Yeah. The good news, you can see
Oh,
the
my
traffic
goodness.
starting to flow.
So our producer Kristen is saying that one of the cattle may be loose at the ExxonMobil campus, which is that.
This keeps getting better and better, Sherman. This just keeps getting better and better.
Right. Of course, the prize. That is the ExxonMobil campus, and of course, folks will remember that ExxonMobil a few years back moved its brand new, really beautiful, elaborate headquarters up to this campus here in the Spring area. It's a fabulous facility, and apparently one of the cows is enjoying it
Yes.
now.
Now the site of this cow search.
That's right. We are focusing
And
now.
I think the chopper's likely looking for it as well.
So that'll be a bit of a trick, because certainly got a lot of trees and stuff there. But they are trying to find it. Of course, a lot of people work on the campus, so if they spot it, they probably have a lot of extra pairs of eyes helping. We may have a landscaper there, up there. All right. Watching, panning, looking. I don't know. That may be more of a landscaping crew.
Yeah,
up
I think
there
he's
at the
trying to get his
top.
bearings, see what he can
Yep.
what he can find.
And to the right now, we have more video from earlier, and you can see motorists on the ground trying to assist officers and catching one of those wayward cows as it continues up and down. And there is your favorite shot, Marcelina.
Yes, that's the one. I'm telling you, that is the one we're going to see on every
network
national
news,
newscast tonight.
There we go. We've got a deputy riding shotgun, door slightly ajar, ready to leap out onto the concrete and pin that cow if he can. It really does make you think about those rodeo contests, you know, the steer roping and the wrestling.
A viewer joining us on Facebook says they witnessed when the cattle got loose, and they said it actually happened around 11:30. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Precinct 4 saying that's when the vehicle broke down. So they saw it. Can that viewer tell us about how many animals they saw get out?
Yeah, and Nina, if you're listening, can you let us know in the chat how many if you saw how many cattle were in the trailer that got loose, how many actually escaped?
And how did they get loose? Like, did the door break open to the back of the gate, or? See, now I don't know all the appropriate terminology.
Yes, now we're cautious with everything we say.
Because we know we don't know.
Because the cattle experts are watching.
That's right. So, but this is a great opportunity for us to learn. Okay, so Precinct 4 is now sharing some more pictures with us. This is going to be one of the cows. Loose. Is this going to be on the ExxonMobil campus, or do we know where this is? Okay, we're not sure exactly where these pictures are from, but everybody's got a cell phone these days, and so wherever they're running, I guess we could say this: you can run, but you can't hide.
This cow will not get away.
Eventually, this cow will be caught. All right.
And Nina says she specifically herself saw 2.
Okay. Alrighty, so these are some more photos from Precinct 4 there. They're of deputies with the livestock trailer.
And Anina says she didn't see any damage to the original truck, but she says the door sort of flew open while I was on the move.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
that's how they got out.
That's what this viewer is saying she witnessed.
Okay. Alrighty. Wow, that's quite the.
And then police escorted the truck off the interstate.
All right, Nina, we're gonna deputize you as a producer. Thank you for that eyewitness account. Wow, that's something then. So the trailer, quote, broke down. It was the report Precinct 4 originally gave us. I guess
maybe some issue with the door that it flew open.
Yeah. And then the cows came. The cows have not yet come home.
Yes.
They are on the move.
One of them have.
Yeah. All righty.
Is there 11? Is that the Exxon campus right there?
I believe it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the new, quote unquote new. I mean, not new, but ExxonMobil campus. A lot of green space there. Maybe the cow's going to get thirsty and head to the water.
Yeah, that would make it easy, huh?
Yeah. Where's the deputy with the treats?
Yes.
The horse treats.
Get her to Exxon, like now.
Yeah. I think that might help. Who knows? Well, this is all kinds of commotion and chaos. So this is sort of interesting. So now we're looking on your right-hand screen. These are the windmill propeller blades going down the freeway, to the big windmills that help,
in West Texas.
Yeah, give you some alternative energy source. Nothing, of course, related to the cows, but they're very visual. They're hard.
You see everything on I-45.
That's right. You cannot miss that as it goes down the freeway there. Oh my goodness. All right. It looks like we have.
Lucinda is watching us as she eats her lunch at the ExxonMobil campus, and just says she can see and hear the helicopter flying overhead.
Okay, Lucinda.
Well, Lucinda, if you see a cow, let us know.
That's right. Take a picture, please.
Yes, send it in.
And let everybody know where you see the cow. What's for lunch, Lucinda?
Yeah. Another viewer, Blanc, asking if we know if the truck driver will get a ticket. We don't know the answer to that. But
that's I guess we'll.
Yeah, I'm sure our reporter on the ground will be efforting those answers.
Yes, we will ask. Okay, so now we see we've got several patrol units there.
That looks like an apartment complex.
Yeah, it does. That may be exactly that. Let's see.
Is that it there? Or
No, I think it's a dog.
Okay. Sorry.
A little
I'm
over
excited for this to be over.
That's right. We're a little over eager. I don't know. Maybe the dog's going to leap into action and help. All right. So we do see several.
Those are Precinct 4 vehicles.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah, Precinct 4.
There you go.
Haley's watching us from the Kelsey Siebold Clinic at Springwoods Village. She says she can hear and see the helicopters above as well.
Yeah, all kinds of commotion going. All righty, so the pickup is on the move. Maybe it's got a report of something, perhaps going to check something out.
In all seriousness, though, quite a response, though. I mean, lots of law enforcement out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now our producer's saying one of the cows may now be in an area U-Haul.
Oh.
Well, so there you go. We may have one at ExxonMobil. We may have one at the U-Haul.
Well, there's the trailer.
Yeah.
So that's the livestock unit, yeah.
Okay, so we'll see. Making a quickie U-turn there. Looks like he's driving with some purpose. We'll see where that one ends up. Oh. He's pulling into the ExxonMobil facility, looks like. Or no, just double parking for a second to talk to another deputy. So we'll see if there's any developments there. So a U-Haul, all right.
They said the second cow is in a U-Haul?
No, at a U-Haul facility.
Oh, at a U-Haul facility.
I don't.
Okay.
I suppose
so
it's
not contained yet or under.
Yeah. Perhaps it crawled into a U-Haul, but the report is at a U-Haul facility for the moment.
Yolanda telling us, what an exciting Monday for the cow. Also a very exciting Monday for us, Sherman.
That's true. That's true. I would have to say that is quite so. Oh. All right, we have more deputies trying to take a eyeball the situation. What happened to our woman on the inside eating lunch at ExxonMobil? Does she have anything else to tell us?
Nothing else yet.
What was it? Yolanda? What is
Yolanda,
her name?
I think, yes.
Yolanda.
Lucinda.
Lucinda, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, Lucinda.
She still hasn't told us what she's having for lunch. That's what I really care about.
That's it. Tuna fish sandwich, PBJ. Okay. And continue, to...
Wish I could see inside. I can't get a good look inside that trailer to see.
This one looks empty, the
yeah.
one right in front of us.
Yeah.
A bit hard.
It's on the move. There it goes again.
It goes. Let's see. As it gets into this clear space. I'm gonna guess it's empty because it doesn't. Well, it's so hard to see with all the trees. Air 11 following it. It's picking up speed along the access road there. Maybe it's heading to the U-Haul. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Pulling out. Pair of bicyclists there.
Have you seen the cow?
I have not. I think that trailer is empty. I have not seen. I could not see anything in there. Alrighty. So kind of to reset for folks who may just be joining us, it was about 11:30 this morning when Harris County Precinct 4 got a report of a trailer that had broken down and some 6 to 8 cows that had gotten loose. And then, as you noted, one of our Facebook friends indicated she actually saw what happened.
Yeah, she says she was there and the door of the trailer sort of flung open. That there was no real accident or damage to the trailer, just sort of the door.
As it was going down the freeway.
As it was moving, it flung open, and it had to be moved off the highway. But not before several cattle escaped. She says she saw 2. Of course, the first report was between 6 and 8. That may have been
May have happened later. And this is now a live picture of I-45 northbound at Spring-Stubner. And that was where we joined this escapade in action at the top of the noon newscast. They had shut down I-45 north, and it was backed up all the way to the Woodlands, we are told. It was just a parking lot closed almost an hour, I'm going to guesstimate, as they tried to corral these, the livestock that was crossing. We saw cows go across both lanes of the highway in a little HOV section. So they were going everywhere.
Our producer Kristen just telling me in my ear that Montgomery County Sheriff's Office now saying they believe up to 11.
Oh my!
11 cows may have
gotten
free.
Is there any word, Kristen, on how many have been caught yet? Okay, still working to confirm that. We saw one, but hopefully the cattle would have gotten off the freeway anyway. Maybe. Okay. Well, now we're looking. This is going to be a live Air 11 picture. We've got about half a dozen deputies and
2 of those trailers.
Yeah, livestock trailers. They look like they are meeting up or confabbing a little bit about something. So perhaps
Nikita is watching me and watching us from Maine.
Maine,
and says, "Boy, do I miss Texas."
Let me see. Where's Nick?
No, that's
sorry.
why I don't give you the phone.
That's right. I'm sorry. I hit the wrong button and the whole thing disappeared.
Here you go.
Okay. Let me see if I can. Where? From Maine. All righty. There we go.
It is a welcome sight, though, to see that traffic moving again after a 3 to Christian, our producer, telling us a 2 to 3 mile backup extending all the way up to the Woodlands. Traffic now starting to move.
Let me see. Let me see if I can get this on my phone. Maybe not. It may not be as. Is this how you did it? The link here?
Yep.
That's it? Yeah. All right. Getting a little social media assistance here from my colleague there. Thank you, Marcelina. This way I will not hopefully mess up your phone. There we go. Thank you. All righty. All right, now we've got a fleet of sheriff's vehicles and 2 trailers. As everyone is standing by.
All right, get this, Sherman. Okay, we're a tweet just coming in from Ed Gonzalez, Harris County Sheriff. He is tweeting out that the HCSO Texas Livestock Unit has responded to the North Freeway near SH99, the Grand Parkway. Precinct 4 deputies, of course, we've seen also assisting. He says loose cattle were on the main lanes. We've seen that all afternoon. 3 have been caught.
All righty.
But as many as 30.
Oh my.
30 may still be running loose in the area. 2 northbound lanes have been reopened for traffic. So that's according to the Harris County Sheriff, Ed
30?
Gonzalez. 3 caught, 30 may still be running loose in the area.
How big was that trailer to have 30 head of cattle in it?
That's a tweet or a post on X just coming in from the sheriff.
Hey, if anybody has, if anyone's out there who, was caught in the middle of this, has any pictures of the trailer, do send it to us, because I'm really curious as to how big that trailer was. 30 head of cattle. That seems like a lot. Holy
Which might
moly.
explain the type of response we
that,
are
yeah,
seeing.
That's true. If that's the
accurate number.
Nikita says, I miss Houston. I live in Lake Jackson, almost 2 years.
Live pictures there. You see an ATV out that they like. Oh, it's going back in the trailer.
Juan says it's like chasing your dogs around the neighborhood after they got out of the yard. Just really big dogs, with horns too.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Yes, indeed. That is true, Juan. Yes. So I wonder if they're making a little plan of some sort.
Well, they just put the ATV away in that trailer there.
Okay, maybe it's going to go somewhere else. Let's see. Wow, 30 head of cattle and only 3.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there was the accident. There was a report that one animal was struck with an overturned vehicle. So, oh my goodness. Good grief. All right, so now that ATV seems to be backing up a hair. My goodness.
The deputy there appears to be on the phone right in the center of your screen. So maybe you're right. Maybe coming up with some sort of plan.
Yeah, or some directions or something. I know our people are working on it, but yeah, the big question, of course, is, whose cattle are they, and
an exact number of how many. I mean, 30 that'd be crazy.
Oh, so this is from our gal Allison, who seems like she really knows what she's talking about. I'd made the comment earlier that one of the deputies was pulling the cattle from the tail, and she says the reason they were pulling the tail earlier is because it makes them move, and they are stubborn.
Yes.
Well, okay, all right, thank you, Allison. That
the chopper now, is that a DPS? Yeah, they got DPS air units now on the scene, involved in trying to track down these cattle.
Yeah, Jason's saying that must have been one huge trailer for 30 head of cattle. We've many years ago, I remember having done stories with helicopter cowboys. They use these small choppers to corral the cows, and so they'll fly them in and herd them. Obviously not the case here with the Texas DPS chopper, but
you mentioned earlier, obviously this part of town, you can see all that thick tree cover, so which would make sense bringing in a chopper to help with getting visuals from above.
Yeah. Claudia joking, the cows are saying, "This is our chance, run!" Touche, Claudia. Sir Jamal is saying to everybody, I think to the officers, good luck. Yep, I think they're going to need a little bit of help there because there's a lot going on. Let's see what else we have. Okay, to our producers, Anina Byerly says that she sent the video of the trailer and she saw with the bulls that may have not, she says it may not have been the truck if it was 30 cows. So all right, well, we'll keep our eyes peeled. Yep. Holy tamale. Okay, so now, all right, Nikita says, with the cows, they pile them in like sardines. So maybe I think it needs to be a bigger truck, but perhaps that's the deal.
That's just how it works.
They really squish them in.
Looks like the DPS chopper really focusing in on that wooded area in front of, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, producers, that's still right in front of the ExxonMobil campus?
I think that's correct. Let's see. Oh, and now we're zooming in and hopefully. Oh, was that there seemed to be some movement there underneath the trees. We'll see. So for our viewers, right, in the helicopter, there's a pilot and then there's a photographer, obviously, with a Steadicam, big lens, focusing in, trying to,
which is not easy, when you have this much
dense foliage.
Yeah.
That is a trick. And continues to pan the trees there, hoping to get a sight. We have a deputy pointing inside, making some gestures. Perhaps he has spotted something back in those trees that he is walking. Ay.
Quite the ordeal this morning.
Yeah, Brandy Bauer saying, exciting afternoon in Texas. That is indeed. All right, Terry Rutherford saying they need some cowboys on horses to round them up. Okay. So our producer Kristen's saying, yep, Harris County sharing a picture here of one of the cows that had...
Maybe the one we saw
in the trailer.
During the live coverage.
So one of the culprits is in custody.
Say that again, Kristen.
Yes. Pedro saying, admirable el buen trabajo. Good job.
They're doing great work. He says they're doing great work and they're smiling about it.
Yep. Alrighty. Good job. Oh my goodness. Pamela tweets 1 out of 30. Pamela. Pamela, keep it.
Yes.
Technically, I think it's 3 out of 30.
3 out of 30, yes.
But her point is taken. Oh my.
So 10% there. I'm no mathematician, but I think that's right.
I think your math skills are maybe stronger than our combined cow skills. Alrighty. Lucinda says, I hope the cows requested visitor access to our ExxonMobil camp.
Something tells me they did not.
Yeah, because you're supposed to get a badge. You're supposed to submit a photo ID.
Jason saying it takes a while to round them up when they get loose in rural areas. I can only imagine how hard it must be in the city. That's very true. Yeah. And we're watching it play out this afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Francine saying they need herding dogs. Well, that's interesting. I see stuff like on TV and in movies and whatnot, but are there, I guess there are dogs that herd cattle, huh? Huh. Okay. Cat texts in all caps, the cows. Yep. All right. So now they're walking into that, into these kind of woods, kind of deep brush woods area to the left of your screen. That is a live picture. Oh, excuse me.
On the right-hand side of your screen there, these are pictures from earlier in the day, right around the time this started to unfold at noon. You can see one of the cows there just making a getaway there on the freeway. There
you go. And then on the left-hand side is the live picture from Air 11. You can see a deputy.
The ATV out again.
Yep. So, and we see fingers pointing. So perhaps they spy one of the loose cattle. My goodness. Huh.
You can see in the pictures from earlier today the pickup trucks that tried to corral him on the highway, but he just squeezed through that narrow gap between the pickup truck and the concrete barrier there. Didn't do much, but it was a good idea.
Yeah, that was it.
It was a good idea.
Yep.
Good effort.
That's A for effort. And I wonder if that gentleman's shirt right there is a rodeo. It looks, I know you can't read it or anything, but it kind of has the feel of one of the older Rodeo Houston shirts, but hard to tell. Well, there we go.
You got close.
This was about as close as he was going to get
at. Oh, and he just hopped right over.
Yep.
I hadn't seen that.
Yep. So
he just jumped right
into
over.
So into the diamond lane right there.
Yes.
And then into the southbound lane, and then it hops into that grassy divide there with the trees, and then onto the access road, then onto that far grassy side there. So it was busy.
It was close. They were close, but
but not quite.
Yeah, not quite.
Right. So the good news is the freeway has opened back up. I'm gonna guess that maybe that they don't see any of the cows on the
freeway.
Yeah, so they could at least get the traffic going. The cows maybe have scattered now to these.
I mean, if in fact there are 30, this is going to take a
long
while. Time.
Yeah, I guess you don't microchip cows like people do their pets, huh? This is a very brave fellow there in the orange shirt, I think.
Again, this is video from earlier in the afternoon.
because they've got horns and they're big and strong. Oh. And there we go.
God bless Texas. That's it right there. Yeah. I just love how the deputy has his door open as he's going down I-45 chasing a bull.
Like he's riding to a to an active scene, you know?
Yes.
Ready to make the arrest.
And this moment there on the right, this is the moment we brought you almost half an hour, 45 minutes ago when they first when they cornered the first one.
Mm-hmm. Now those two cows are going in opposite directions. The divide and conquer strategy. Alrighty, now to the left-hand side, that is Air 11 over some woods near the ExxonMobil campus. We've seen an ATV. There's a DPS chopper there flying over this area and attempting to help locate these animals.
I'm getting some more news from our viewer Lucinda, who says they just got an alert at the ExxonMobil campus, one of the emergency alerts they have.
Yeah.
And it says, we are aware of a vehicle incident on Interstate 45 that resulted in the release of livestock that may be active on the site. Please be vigilant and exercise caution as you move about the location.
Yeah. My son had just started working for ExxonMobil recently, and he's not.
At that campus?
No.
Oh, okay, same thing.
So he's going to be very sad he missed all the action today. He is not at this campus.
But that's interesting. I mean, that tells us that they do believe a lot of these livestock, a lot of this livestock is on that campus.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Interesting. It's a big campus. So.
Yeah. And not your typical emergency alert that you would get at a busy company like Exxon.
Exactly. Alrighty. So the DPS chopper there looks like it's making maybe circling. Oh, maybe it's landing. Is it setting down?
I thought that earlier, but I think that's just the angle of.
Oh, okay.
Where
Maybe just hovering.
Maybe this time it is.
Yeah, or just hovering. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's way high up. Yeah, just the angle.
On the right-hand side of your screen, again, video from earlier in the day, you can see a driver there. He got out to try to help. I think he changed his mind pretty quickly. Then he got back in real quick.
He said, "Boy, they're a lot bigger up close than they are from my car." And look at that.
Yeah, they can
just hop right on over that railing. Yeah, they are. There we go. And this, this may be a DPS trooper. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. She's like, "Get out of my freeway! Move it, the two of you! Get off of my freeway!"
They stuck together for a while.
Yeah.
But then, there's another. See there, another person tried to stop him. All good efforts that didn't make out too much, but.
Oh, this is interesting. So Danielle says that male cows normally wander on their own. Female cows normally wander in groups when they are young. Well, that's true not just for cows. What else do we have?
So it looks like, again, most of the live action happening now focused on this ExxonMobil campus. That's what you're looking at, live pictures, Air 11 over the campus there. And a lot of law enforcement vehicles. I believe that's state troopers, some Precinct 4, and we know from the sheriff that
HCSO.
Harris County's on scene too.
Yeah,
their livestock unit is the one responding.
Yep, so there's a lot of activity. Okay, I'm getting serious now, Marcelino. I am now taking off my high heels and I'm just putting on the sneakers.
That's when you know the live coverage is getting real.
This is extended coverage, and I'm going to apologize to our viewers if for any reason we appear on camera, but I'm just. There we go. Oh, my feet are happier now. Okay.
Denise is commenting, if there are indeed 30 that are loose, they could possibly be from the rodeo, possibly from steer roping or steer dogging. Don't know what that is. If so, the cattle and trail belong to a stock show contractor.
Oh, that's interesting.
All questions we'll be asking and trying to confirm.
Yeah, I feel confident we'll get that answer later today. Jason says, this has to be a sight to see if you're in the middle of this. Ain't that the truth? Oh my goodness.
Did I see, I think I saw some movement there under the brush on the far right-hand side of the screen.
Yeah, let's see. Kit Kat saying that that they're running because they don't want to be somebody's dinner. So,
yeah, well,
that's possible.
I don't blame them.
my. Alrighty, what are we seeing here? As we get that Air 11 slow circle, we have about 6, 8 law enforcement vehicles there. Oh, this is interesting. Jamie Ubernoski Ward saying they have horn wraps on them. Horns are still wrapped. Now, I did see something. It looked like kind of a headband almost.
Yes, they had something on the horns.
But maybe our viewers can tell us what that is for. I do not know what a horn wrap is.
Don't look at me, Sherman. I have no idea.
Marcelina and I are looking at each other like, what is a horn wrap? So hopefully we will get some, maybe someone else can help us with that. Let's see.
Kristen, do we know what they're trying to look at here?
Oh, okay. All right. There was a word we heard earlier about a U-Haul, perhaps. So I think Air 11's looking for that. All right. While they do that, I'm going to I can't stand it. I'm going to go on the Google and see if I can find out what is a horn wrap.
I think it says prevent. Some of you are named Ali says prevents horn damage in trailer. I don't know if that makes sense.
To protect a steer's horn, ears, and head from damage. Okay. Oh, for a longer lasting roping experience. Okay. I guess sounds like they can use it for roping and then maybe for transport too or something?
Michelle says horn wraps are for protecting roping cattle. There's usually an excellent selection with several types of protective horn wrap for roping cattle to choose from.
Horn wrap is to protect during transport as well, perhaps? Maybe two things? That's interesting.
Now again, to our viewers that may be just joining us now, Air 11 is trying to zero in on a possible location where some of the escaped cattle may be. We got reports that perhaps there were some cattle that got loose and made their way to a near U-Haul facility. That is what Air 11 is trying to get its bearings around right now.
Yeah, we had just left the ExxonMobil facility where there were reports of a cow or more than one that had gotten loose there. A Texas DPS chopper was over that scene along with several law enforcement vehicles and livestock trailers. So that was one area they're working. And then there's a report, of maybe some more animals at the U-Haul. And we should mention as well, we did get a report from authorities that one of the animals was struck by a car and the car flipped over. We have not heard yet, and I know we're working on it, right, Kristen, our producer, to find out whether or not that motorist is okay. Hopefully no injury there. So Becky is saying that the horn wraps are not for transport, it's for roping. So if that's the case, then maybe these cattle are related to the rodeo.
Yeah, perhaps.
You know, maybe a stock show,
That's been a popular question throughout this coverage.
Course.
I mean, it's something we'll hopefully find out later today. Now, the initial report, Sherman, was 6 to 8 cattle right around noon, and obviously that number has grown quite a bit. Sheriff Gonzalez now telling us 30 that may still be on the loose.
Okay. All right, well, Air 11 is pulling off the scene now. Likely it needs to get some fuel, but we have been following this, the case of the missing cows.
Yes.
They have been on the run since about 11:30 this morning when a trailer had some trouble on I-45 North near Spring Stubner. One of our viewers saying that she saw the door actually fly open.
Yeah, that the door actually flung open, and maybe not quite an accident or a malfunction, sort of the door flung open as it was moving.
Yeah, and 30 head of cow on the loose, closed down the freeway for maybe an hour or so.
2 to 3 mile backup.
Yep, all the way up to the Woodlands reportedly. So as we leave these cows right now, we understand there's some on the loose at the ExxonMobil facility, and
perhaps a U-Haul as well. And we did hear from a viewer, Lucinda, who's been with us through most of the coverage, letting us know that they actually got an emergency alert at the ExxonMobil campus, letting them know that they're aware of what happened on I-45 and that some of those cattle may be on the campus right now, to be alert.
And thanks to our Facebook friends and streaming viewers for helping us out here with information about cattle and cows. And
we needed it, didn't we?
Yes, we did. We are learning right along with a lot of other folks. So thanks for sharing some of that inside information. All right, we will be back here on 11 News at 4. It'll be you, yes?
No, not me today.
Oh, okay.
You'll have another sidekick today.
Okay, all right. Well, and somebody will be here at 4.
Yes.
We will see you then, and we'll have the latest on these cows. Stay with us.